Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently working on expanding our trade in Candace, eventually, and shipyards of Thashana, eventually, as well. But both of these are fairly long-term things. We need to keep in mind, though, that we're going to need to finish this mission reasonably quickly. Reason being, we can hit 60% centralization and come off of being a tribe, which would be really, really nice to do. No doubt about that. This guy is too disloyal to allow this action? Apparently so. Okay, what a jerk. So we're going to give him free hands. What could possibly go wrong? And we're now going to tell all of these lads to embark because we need to go deal with these barbarians. So we're going to hop on up. They are currently traveling here. Okay, we'll head on around and we'll get there eventually. The barbarians are, of course, obnoxious, but that is fine for now. So over we head, we're making a decent amount of cash. This cash is going to start going into our cities. And as I was saying before, it's an interesting thing, the way that the cities appear to want to be set up now, because of the fact that academies do not give, they give citizen and noble output increases. They do not give any desired ratio. So noble districts give us noble desired ratio, and court of law gives us citizen desired ratio. And my question is, do we want to have just those? I mean, we're going to want to have some cities that are focused on, like, goods output, right? For sure. There's definitely going to be some of that. But that kind of satisfies both research and manpower, which is fascinating. Now, we're not currently getting any manpower here. I believe that's because we have our levy raised. We're going to hop on over this way. These guys are going to exit soon enough. They're going up into Patani. Okay, we should, in that case, overshoot this and head on up over here. Cool. Barbarians have risen in Sumatra. Okay, that is absolutely noted. And we are going to have these 4 units exit here. We're going to fight these barbarians, and we're actually going to be the defender here. So we may stack wipe them. That'd be great if we do. I don't think we're going to, though. Yeah, that did not stack wipe. Okay, we're going to take these lads on over. I'm going to move this ship on over as well. We're keeping an eye on this situation. We're going to need to move them back probably to our capital. This should stack wipe at this juncture. So let's make our way on over. I'm like 99% certain that that'll stack wipe here. We're going to waive the fine here. Okay, so that looks fine. Cool. So we've got this back. We don't need to actually siege this. What I want to do is I want to grab these units and re-embark them. Then we're going to head over to Panay. Now, they are heading down into Riau right now. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to head back to our capital. Looks perfect. This is going to auto-cap back, so no problem there. And we can grab a civic perk. We'll grab construction leader. Seems good. Warrior's honor, huh? I don't want this guy to become more ambitious. Okay, our stability does drop. That is understood. So into Panay we go. And they have not started moving yet. They're actually going into Panay. That's perfect. We love this. We're going to be arriving there. They're going to be locked in very shortly. They're locked in now. Cool. So these barbarians are just gone. Nothing that they can do about this. Absolutely perfect. They're probably not going to get stack wiped from this battle. They're probably going to retreat back to Riau, would be my guess. But for now, this is okay. Yeah, we killed 2242, so we'll select our levies here, and back into Riau we go. That should be the end of these barbarians, in theory. So that's looking good. 35 out of 37 noted. That is fine. We've got 37 units here, so no problem there. Here in Panay, I want to get another noble district going, so that'll be fine. There we go. That's a stack wipe, and we are going to disband our levies. Perfect. So with the levies disbanded, that all looks good. We're going to get this noble district completed soon enough. After that, we're going to start building courts of law here. We want to get our desired ratios up so that pop promotions begins to happen. That's the overall goal there. If we look at our current pop ratio, well, we can see what our current ratio is here. We've got 9 citizens and 7 nobles. That's pretty decent. Not very many slaves. They're not very happy, but, you know, they're slaves, so that is expected. Cool. So we're going to finish this noble district. We're making about 13-ish gold per month. That seems fine. We've got a bunch of forts up here, but for the time being, that's okay. I don't actually mind that. There's no solid constructions to be built up here. It looks like they've got some slave estates up here. That's already a farming settlement. So this area was already reasonably well developed. Okay, looks good. Now, I want to check in on potential colonization out over here. Obviously, we can't do that right now, but if we were to look at moving in pops here. Yeah, none of those are really viable. So looking at the culture out over here, this is like Khmer or Mon. Sure. I want to look at the cultures here, and we can see that we've got these guys. They're currently, they have colonial occupation right now. So we can't found a colony here, but maybe in Khmer we could. Where would this be? This would be here. That's actually really nice. Do it. Cultural decisions are often not possible to revoke. Yes, this is what I want, because we need to be able to colonize in this area. So that'll be fine. The Khmer will be a little sad about that, but we'll just get them slowly culturally assimilated, and that'll be good. So we can see that we are 19, or actually 22.5% Austronesian. Not bad, and we're going to want to colonize down here, right? So this would need to be a province neighboring Ampang, having at least 7 pops, and at least 50% of them are our culture. So that would mean that we'd want to, like, pop out over here. This entire province is disloyal. Okay, we're going to have to wait for that loyalty to come up a little bit. That is reasonably fine. We can't move pops around while they are disloyal. However, this is at 7 out of 20 right now. Okay, that is definitely interesting. This is in the province here. Yeah, these are all Mon. That's fine. So we would definitely like to make our way up over this way, right? That would be great. But for now, I want to get this filled in. That is kind of mission number 1 here. We're going to need to get this province brought up. Governor corruption is minus 0.04. This is naturally rising up. We are currently on conversion, and we could change that. I'm just wondering how that religious conversion is going. It's not bad, to be honest. I think that we should probably keep that. So that seems reasonably okay. Let's hop down to Panay and continue to develop our capital. So we want to get courts of law going now that we've finished up all of our noble districts. So we'll get that underway. We're currently still at the minus 50% malice from being a tribe, which is not, of course, ideal. But we'll get that court of law underway. Cool. So what does this have to be considered quote-unquote loyal? I think it's 30 is the switch over. So that would be ideal. Governor corruption is 0.04 here. Capital region plus 0.05. Yeah, because this guy is our overall leader. Noted. Yeah, the cultural decisions are probably the problem here, but that's okay. We gain 3 stability, which is good. 0.04? It's going to take a while at that speed. That's probably reasonably okay. Now, out over here, things are going to take a while to get assimilated. No doubt about it. That's going to be a slow process. That's fine. It can be absolutely that. So our court of law will be done on 1 December, so we're about a month away from that. There's been a barbarian raid. We lose a citizen. Actually, 2 citizens. 3 stability and 75 gold. Yikes. Losing 2 citizens is painful, but it's not the end of the world. What is our overall pop count? 549. That's definitely improving, so that looks good. Down here in Panay, we have finished up that court of law, and if we check in here, we can see that our... Well, we can actually view the pop info here. The pop promotion is what's going to be ending up happening, right? So we want additional citizens, and that's actually gaining quite a lot of speed to promote citizens to nobles. Yeah, we can see that our ratio here is definitely a bit off. But that's okay. That looks good. So we're going to continue to work on Court of Laws as soon as we can, but we need 120 gold to make that. So that's going to be like every 10 months or so that we can do that, something along those lines. That seems reasonably fine. I want to check in on the pop info here. Okay. Noted. Barbarians in the Sumatra mountain. Okay, so that is up over here. We're going to need to raise up our levies here. They do not need to embark, and we're just going to bring them northward. How are we doing on that level 4 technology? We're actually getting really, really close there. Okay, that sounds good. So the Barbarians are going to be jerks up here, of course, and we'll get the local population growth and migration attraction. Getting more pops is always a good thing. Well, almost always a good thing. We're going to continue to progress up over here. They might make their way up to, like, Lemury, but no, looks like they're not actually going to leave. They're trying to attack us here. So this is actually perfect. They will arrive here before we arrive here, which means that they'll come here, and then we'll win, and then they'll retreat back to here, but we'll already be there. So that'll be perfect. Assuming we don't just swap locations, which would be awkward. Nope, this is playing out the way I expected it to. Fantastic. So we have a new ruler. That is not shocking, and we need a new war chief. So that will be this guy. Excellent. And yeah, this is exactly playing out the way that it was supposed to. They're retreating directly into us. They'll arrive there on 13 July. So that's great. We do need a character focus here. We're going to go Civic again. Hopefully this guy survives long enough to, you know, actually do something. That would be nice. He does not appear to be quite as old, so that's good. Okay, what is the current provincial loyalty here? 27.08? Yeah, that's going to take a while to come up. Although governor corruption is better, so that's good. The Barbarians are, of course, gone at this point, and let's ditch these guys. Oh, this guy's disloyal now? What a jerk. What an absolute jerk. Okay, what can we do about this guy? He's at 31 loyalty right now. We need to bring him up, I believe, to 35. We could exalt the clan chief, but that's going to cost a lot of money. And everybody else is going to be angry. Honestly, he'll kind of just get over it. With that tribal succession. He's now at 25. Power base in country went up. We could try to bring him to a trial. We have a 27% chance of success here. Let's do it. We're going to bring him to trial. Abuse of office is a serious matter. Indeed. An aggressive expansion, and she would lose 50 opinion of us, but it would increase our success chance. We're honestly a long ways away from them, so they'll get over it. Like, where even are they? Is that actually the culture? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So, he apparently admitted his guilt. He'll go directly to jail, lose all of his offices, and the trial will end. Done. We don't get the gold, sadly. But that does mean that we can now put down our levies. Perfect. I don't know why he admitted his guilt, but whatever, we'll take it. We're going to build another court of law here. So we need 125.6 right now to build a court of law. So again, that's about every 10 months or so. And it takes us like 4 months to build one of these things. So we're definitely not going to be consistently building them, but that's fine. We're not actually going up in our stability right now. This is due to our aggressive expansion. That will change soon enough. Our aggressive expansion is going down at a fairly reasonable speed, actually. That's not too bad. So that looks great. We're up to 79 manpower right now. We definitely do need to get our research ratio up. 26.84% is not great. But we need to work on that. So we're just going to continue making these research cities until our research ratio is good, and then we'll probably We'll evaluate whether we feel like we need any additional manpower cities, which this one will take time to really come on. But we'll see if we feel like we need manpower cities or cash cities. We're probably going to prioritize production, to be honest. So that is the way that that'll go. But we really do want to get our tech up. So we've got another court of law here. We're going to build another one as soon as we've got the cash. Now, we could neglect our research. I don't think that's a great idea at this point. Yikes. Okay, our tech is not amazing. That said, we are going to get tech reasonably soon here, especially if we get another 10% pity tech. That would be nice. We'll see if that ends up happening. We're at 57.22% right now, and in Panay, I absolutely do want to upgrade. So we'll get going on that. 108.96 gold. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, so a parlous state, huh? Gain 6 stability for 54 gold. I'm not going to do that right now, but it's an interesting option, for sure. Under a lot of circumstances, I would have traded gold for stability. This is not one of those circumstances, just because I really want to get these constructions built. So for now, that's not really a great option, but it will be a good option soon enough. So our provincial investment in Candace is continuing. We need 2 more of those. And we have about half of the political influence for another one, so that's fine. The family are only out to cause more trouble, indeed. Perfect. So we're at 113 gold right now. We'll get another court of law in a moment. So we just need 1 more month tick here. And then we're going to have to build 2 additional academies to boost their output. So we'll get a court of law going here. 2 additional academies, which would put us at 12 of 16. And then something like 4 libraries would be the overall idea. That'll boost our local civilization level up quite a lot. No doubt about that. And it's going to be about, like, 40 months until we have enough political influence to entice business investments, so it's going to be a while before we have all of that completed, right? But that's fine. We're actually not that far away from finishing our missions here. Indeed. A friend of the clan chief of the Shi clan has died. Okay. I'm sure that's fine. So, our maximum manpower is 7656. We're a long ways away from maxing out our manpower. What is going on over here? Barbarians? 14,000 barbarians. With 0 leadership skill. Now, they're going to assault this fort. We know that they're going to do that. I think we have to raise up our forces here. This is going to be 36. That is acceptable. So we're going to embark these. And we're going to need to sail them on up to here. We need to take this unit out, right? They're definitely going to assault that, and they did succeed in assaulting it, bringing them down to 12.9k. So we got this provincial ventures completed. That is expected. We'll get another one of those done soon enough, but if we check our mission here, we can see we're at 1 of 3. That'll get us 2 building slots, which would be nice. And Mon is at 27.7 right now. Okay. And then this up here is actually at 100. Can we bring anybody in up here? No, we cannot. What about in here? We could, but this province is disloyal. So we'll need to work on that province loyalty. The provincial loyalty will definitely be big. I would like to get these guys out of here eventually. As well as these guys. But for right now, I don't think that's a huge deal. Barbarians over here, noted. We have forces on the way-ish. In fact, maybe we should come right over here first and eliminate these guys. This is a much larger force, and giving them time to rampage will reduce their numbers. So we're going to hop in here. This idiot is disloyal. Okay. We'll give him free hands. Can you stop? Thank you. We're going to walk down over here and deal with these barbarians. Cool. There's our religious advance coming through. So we've already earmarked this to go down to centralized production. So military artisans is what we're going to grab. We are required to grab that. Although that does give us a free province investment, which is very useful because we can put that into this local import route, and that saves us like 80 months approximately. Like a little less than that, like 60 months. It's still a good amount of time. That's 5 years. So they're going to fight us here. This is the same situation as before with the retreat setup. I like it. Actually, never mind. We got here first. Okay. So where are they retreating to? They are retreating out over here. No? Hang on. They're going here. And they're retreating further than that. No, they're going back into Thashana. Okay. Wild. Whatever. It's fine. These guys are still rampaging up over here, and we are going to deal with that. Absolutely. But right now, we need to deal with these barbarians. So that looks good. Over in Panay, we are almost ready to build a second academy. But this provincial investment is going to be done fairly soon as well. So we just need one additional provincial investment from that. They're actually not here. They retreated to here. That's rude. Well, we're going to go deal with those. These guys are down to 12.8k. They're actually going out of our territory for now. We'll keep an eye on that situation. Okay, so that's a stack wipe, and we're going to head up and... Actually, I'm going to send our navy back home. We are going to manually walk up over here. There we go. That'll be fine for now. We're not in too big of a rush unless these barbarians come back. So for the moment, we'll just need to come take this area, which will be fine. We should be able to siege that, not super quickly, but hopefully relatively quickly. We're going to get a martial advance shortly. Indeed. So we can call down an omen here. I'm going to go for Jenglot again. Slaves needed for surplus reduction is good if we have enough slaves for surplus, which I'm not convinced that we do right now. But there's a martial advance coming through. We're going to take a learning on the job. And there's these commercial ventures now completed. Fantastic. So we're going to need another one here. We are going to have 50 gold as well as the 80. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely okay. It'll take some time to get that political influence. We're at almost 60 right now, but sure. Were they defeated up here? I'm not sure where the barbarians are right now. Regardless, it takes us a while to get there. No doubt about that. Lack of roads is a problem. We are going to be able to start building roads within the next 7 years on the outside, so that is good. Here in Panay, I do want to get another academy going. We can see that we are at 1.2 research right now. This is being reduced by our pops being levied. So if we hop in here, we can see research points minus 16.8. It's a lot. It's not actually that number, but it's certainly extensive. No doubt about that. Very, very extensive. We're at 59.6 centralization, though, and that's good. We're going to be able to work through our missions incredibly soon. Incredibly, incredibly soon. We're going to get 54 gold here. We'll take good care of him. And we want to get this extra academy going here. So we're at 12 out of 16 buildings. That looks good. 4 out of 5 trade at this point, and we want to get the additional import route as soon as possible. We're currently 15 political influence short on that, so somewhere around a year. A little under. 1.37. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll have these guys just stop here and cap this, even though it would auto-cap. We don't need them to move all the way forward to this fortress for the time being. We will have to siege the fortress. I suppose we could assault it, but I'm not convinced we want to assault it. I mean, the Barbs did, and it didn't actually cost them that much. Let's give it a go. This is a fairly risk-free time to assess how this goes. Poorly. But we got it. Okay. So that is definitely still expensive, but it is quick. Noted. So we're just going to walk up over here, cap this back. The Barbarians appear to be gone. They were probably destroyed by these guys, if I had to guess. Although I would have expected that that would have uncapped these areas, and it didn't. So not necessarily, but these guys are locked in movement. Okay. And let's disband them. Perfect. So now if we come down over here, we can see 2.49. That's more like what we expect. Excellent. We do have an available decision here, investigate tribal reform, and that'll add the tribal reform mission to the mission pool. We, of course, need to accept that mission, right? So that'll just go to the mission pool. We need to finish this first, but we're very close to getting this finished. All we need to do is get one more investment here and get that foundry built. From there, we need 300 gold to make the flagship. This will take a year. And fortify Panay, we just need a fort here. I guess we could queue up a fort, but for the time being, do we even want to fortify Panay? It would gain us 15 political influence. That might not be worthwhile. Yeah, it might not be. The 2 city building slots would be worthwhile, for sure. For now, of course, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to get that mission finished and investigate tribal reform. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Sakaman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.